All right. Now, all of these links for these tools, we will drop these into chat. So at the end of the evening, you can save the chat and you can click through to each of these to discover for yourself whether they are appropriate for you or some of the features that they have in there. So I've got a reasonably eclectic range tonight. A lot of these are some of the newer tools. I do subscribe to a lot of newsletters around some of the latest tools that come out. And I've tried to select ones today that are a little bit different to some of the other ones that we often see, which are AI driven. In fact, most of them are all AI driven these days. So the first one that I have is one called scanrelief.com, and it is a receipt and invoice scanning and processing tool. Sounds pretty mundane and pretty uninteresting, but compliance is one of those things that we are faced with today for our taxes, and this just helps to speed up the process. So unlike some of the other traditional scanning tools for receipts and invoices, this one connects to OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, and it scans it and then it categorizes it, and then it puts it all into a spreadsheet for you, which you can then go and download at the end of the month, or it'll keep uploading onto the spreadsheet, which will be on your computer. And so in effect, it's almost like you're scanning your receipts and it does your accounts for you, but it is into an Excel spreadsheet. So it scans it, it stores it, it categorizes it into what sort of grouping that it is. And it's just a very simple scanning tool. It sits on your phone, so you can scan it on your phone. So whenever you're out and about and you collect the receipts for what you're doing, just use your phone, scan it, and it automatically will upload it and or to the spreadsheet, but also save all of the files as well too. And it does use OpenAI to determine, what the categories are with your receipts as well too. So, and it does do some pretty cool things like renaming them as well. So it does extract out the name of the vendor or who you purchase from. And it works across a range of formats as well too. So, whether it's just normal JPEG files or image files or PDF files, or if you're using some of the later phones, they have HEIC, that's your image files, that's what they're called. Some places can't process those, but it will process those files there. Now, the reason why I've included this is you can download it for free, but you do buy a license for it after your trial. But it is a one-off license. So, and it's €9.50, whatever that works out to be. It's probably around $15, $16, $17, Australian, New Zealand dollars. But once you've bought it, you've got it for life. There are no more payments for it. Having said that, you do pay for the connection through to OpenAI, which fractions of a cent per use. So it's not going to be expensive for you to use. Probably for most people, it's going to be well under $10 a month to use it. Might even be $2 or $3 with using OpenAI. So it is a receipt scanning tool, receipt categorizing tool, and it is called scanrelief.com. All right, next one I've got here for you. Unfortunately, I can't show you inside the dashboard of this, which I was going to do. I have used up my free trial for this. They do have a free trial. Well, when they say a free trial, it'll cost you $1 to get started. But what this one is, the URL is readwise.io, and it is essentially, it's a bookmarking tool. But it's a bookmarking tool with a difference in that if you are highlighting text online, so whether that be in your Kindle reader, whether it's on websites, whether it's in documents that you're viewing on your computer, it will take all of your highlights, it will index them into the app, and and then it can categorize them. It's all searchable at a later date as well too. It dates them so it knows when you have saved it. And if you're doing stuff for research, as I often do then you can highlight things across the web and it just brings it all into one place, and it brings the link in from where you highlighted the piece of content. So if you ever need to go back out to it, click the link and you can go back out and find that exact web page. So it is a pretty cool bookmarking tool, and really because it goes across a range of formats, not only the web but across any application that you're using where you can highlight things. So, and it does sync between your other apps as well. So if you happen to use something like Notion, then it will sync with Notion, so that you can, and Notion is it's a pretty cool tool as well. I'm not sure whether we've profiled that here, but it is a pretty cool tool where you can store all sorts of things, and it's very interactive as well. A good way of storing and sorting information and doing cool stuff with it as well too. So it will sync across your apps and across your computers as well too. So simple tool in the sense that it's bookmarking, but it allows you to do all sorts of things with it as far as your research, coming back to review things at a later date. All right, next one I have, is it slop or is it not? So you may wonder whether some of the content that you're viewing online is AI generated or not. So this particular app, it is a mobile app that sits on your local machine or on your device, and you can do things like just check whether an image has been generated by AI. So if you want to sort of check that, it'll allow you to upload it or to check it. And they say it's for fake dating profiles as well. So you can check whether the profiles you're seeing, whether that's actually their picture or not. I have to say I haven't been using any dating profiles, so it's not a use case that I have, but maybe it is one that someone here may have a use for. It will also check over text as well. There are tells in text to work out whether it's been generated by AI, and so it's got an algorithm that will check that as well. Now you can check your own text with it in the sense that you may have generated your content by AI, but you want to humanize it. It will give you a score as to how much it is distinguished as AI as opposed to some of human written content. So and always with AI, I say you co-create with AI so that you've got your original thought in there. It's helping to edit it, but if you use a tool like this, it means that it'll give a readability score in terms of whether people are going to pick up that it's AI or not. So hopefully it's not that you're trying to hide the fact that it's AI, but you want it to be engaging and readable. So that's really the purpose of it, so that it's not just generic text. So that one there is called slopornot.ai. For those that are doing webinars, presentations, seminars, that type of thing, and making slides, always one of the biggest jobs is creating slides. If you've got a VA team to do it, you can do that. Or if you whip them up yourselves, then a tool like this, which is genppt.com, is a place where you can generate your slides. So if you've got an outline of what your talk or presentation is about, just drop your outline into the app, and then it will go ahead and it will generate the slides for you. So they claim to be able to turn 1,000 pages of content into 10 to the point slides that you can talk about. Well, I don't know sort of how you'd have 1,000 pages of content to talk about at a presentation. I think you'd bore people silly with that, but maybe that's the purpose of it. It will turn it into 10 slides that you can talk to. One of the points about slides is that my point of view is your slides, if it's a pitch deck, maybe you've got some more information on it, for sales. If it is for a presentation, then my mantra is simple is best. And the slides generally are not for the audience. The slides are for the presenter to make sure that they keep on point and on track. So that's why often you'll see my slides are generally just images with 1 or 2 words, and that's it. So it's really a reminder and a prompt for me. And it means that people are not getting distracted with the content that's on the slides or trying to read it. But in any case, I digress. It is this one here will help you to generate the slides. Once you've generated it, you can edit it as well too, but it does speed up the process, so you're not having to spend 2, 3, 4 hours doing the initial work. Maybe you spend half an hour just tidying it all up. So that one there is called genppt.com. And last one I've got for you, I thought I'd bring this one in. I have been hunting high and low for this book here. It is really one of those early books on advertising. It's called Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. If you haven't heard of this guy here, he is one of the, I suppose, grandfathers of copywriting back in the early days. And his book now is out of print. I was just trying to check whether it was out of copyright or not. He's no longer alive, but I think it is out of copyright, but I can't be 100% certain. But if you can't find it, you can buy it on Amazon for $1,308. So it is an expensive book, but some would say that the content in the book will generate you well more than that price tag. It is a second-hand book as well too at that price, so it is quite a rare book. But I think, if you are writing copy or doing any advertising for your website or anywhere online, it's just one of those fundamental books that is well worth reading. It's not a textbook. It is a practical book from someone who was working in the marketing industry in the early days. It's as applicable today as it was back then. And you'll see that sort of some of the concepts in it, you can apply it just as well today. So I'm not expecting you to rush out and buy this book, but I have sourced a copy of it, and we'll see whether we can include it in the email that goes out after the show for those that want to read it. So that was a note to my VA team to see if we can hunt for that. It's actually in our iConnection Go high level account. If you can sort of find the link to it, let's drop it into the email after this session. And that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for today. So, favorites, drop into chat. Which was your favorite? All of the tools are in the chat now. So you can just copy and paste the one that you think is the one that you will enjoy, or the one that will take you through to maybe just exploring out of interest to see whether it's going to be helpful and worthwhile for you. So do drop it into chat. Just let me know which was the one that you liked. And of course, all of these apps and tools, they'll be available in the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, feel free to head over to Facebook, click the join button, and we'll accept you into that. And of course, a lot of the other tools that we have profiled in this program are featured there as well too. All right, we've got the votes coming in. All right, what do we got here? We've got Slop or not, ChatGPT, Scan Relief, Slop or not, Scan Relief. Oh, looks like it's sort of neck and neck, Scan Relief or Slop or not. And the book as well too, always the book. Yes, I'm an avid reader as well too, so lots of info there. Well, I like that, Leo. Maybe you can make a similar app as well too. Fabulous. So if you make an app like that, we might even feature it here on the show. Excellent. I see the book is available here for $125. Okay, excellent. Breakthrough Advertising book. So is that I'm not sure whether is that the hard copy or is it an ebook that is available? But thanks for that link as well too. If you can get your hands on it, it's good, but I'll see if I can. What is the hard copy book? Fabulous. Excellent. All right, someone's having a lend on Amazon, trying to make $1,000 or so for a good text. All right, going to try and find it, David. David, I might have you covered there. I do have the book, so we've got it in soft copy, so we'll see whether we can get that out to you as well too. Anyone else that wants it, just let me know in chat, and I'll try and get it to you. I'll try and get it in the email that goes out tonight, but if we don't, I can get it out to you at least anyway.